Hello and welcome to another episode of Victoria to a Heart of Darkness, South Africa. At the moment, we're researching Raider Group Doctrine so we can upgrade our naval bases in time for colonization. We're attempting to keep our score high enough to stay a secondary power. And once time ticks to 8070, we'll start researching the last tech we will need to start colonizing. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that we stay a secondary power long enough for our colonies to finish. Which should be somewhere in 8072, I think. Alright, that's our naval base level. Let's just expand them immediately. And let time tick by till... Oh no, we can get another tech in first. It's 8768, not 69. So we will... Let's see. We will get high and low pressure steam engines. I think that should be... Yeah, that's ready just in time. Good. Reform desire plus 5%. That's nasty. Belgium got Tutankhamun's tomb. Opening the inner granite lid leading into the tomb, I was met by a breath of air that had been left undisturbed for some 3000 years. To the best of my knowledge, I was the first to disturb the pharaoh's sleep since he was laid to rest all those 1000 years ago. There, standing in the ancient air of the crypt, I felt the smells of wheat growing on the Nile, perfume on alabaster vases, and a hint of dying papyrus. The most marvelous discovery of the century has been made by Belgian archaeologists working in the Valley of the Kings, the previously undiscovered tomb of the 19-year-old pharaoh Tutankhamun. Well, too bad we didn't get it. Probably got Belgium a lot of prestige. But at least none of our rival secondary powers got it. You know what? I know we need to start colonizing, but... In Vrijstaat. Do we have a lot of middle class in Vrijstaat? Probably not. Let's see. Mostly laborers and farmers. Those are all low strata, so... A lot of poor. I guess this is better. The poor don't have a vote anyway at the moment, I think. Because we're on weighted universal, so the poor have very little vote. Ooh, let's stop for a moment. Torching of the Summer Palace. The Old Summer Palace, known in Chinese as the Garden of Perfect Brightness, is a complex of gardens northwest of the Imperial City in Beijing, China. This massive garden and palace complex was built during the 18th and early 19th centuries and have for a long time functioned as a place of residence and office for the Qing Empress. Known for its splendor, this palace stands as a tribute to the achievements of the Chinese culture. Today we received news that the American soldiers occupying Beijing have burned the palace to the ground. A whole nation mourns as news of this barbarous act of culture-cide spread to China and the world. Oh my, our sphere leader. We can be proud of them. Oh, we're 15th place now. Let's hope we can keep that up. Lose consciousness or gain militancy, or Oh, that's for the rich strata. We don't have any rich. So that's an easy decision. You know, I think we might have to go for expressionism first and then for machine guns. Because, well, we don't really risk any of the other powers colonizing over here. And as soon as they discover colonization tech, we also have a very big chance of discovering it. But if we don't get expressionism in time and somebody else below us gets the prestige, then we run a very big chance of not being able to finish our colonies. So let's let December tick by till January 1st, and let's first go for the prestige tech, and then... Ooh. Philopolis mine. Iron ore. Let's go for blood and iron. Why not? A lot more socialists. They still don't have a majority. Yeah, we just need to get expressionism first. We can't risk falling out of secondary power status. And as soon as one of the great powers gets machine guns, we will get a 24th. And let's just say that once a great power has colonial negotiations, we also get a 10% chance of any great power. So we'll only be like 5 months behind in average. That's not only one, that's less than one colony. So, well, we do risk Britain landing on the coast near us. We're just going to have to take that risk. Let's go for expressionism. Even though the chances we discover this is only 2% after we've... Ooh, that's really low. Well, let's just try. We'll go for machine guns after that. Crisis in Bulgaria. Oh, it failed to enlist any interest. This was fast. How is the size of our soldier pop doing? Only 60 more. This will be done December next year. That's a long time. It's a very expensive tech, expressionism. But see, we're falling out of secondary power status. We just need the prestige, we can't do without it. It's just too risky to go for anything else right now. And even though we're doing expressionism, we could still lose secondary power status. Which is kind of disastrous. In hindsight, we should have started much earlier on the prestige tech, because the earlier you start, the more prestige you get. Backfilling prestige tech doesn't have a great effect. I mean, we could have gotten the prestige tech before we've gotten the colonization tech. I mean, we all got it done in time easily, so our order of research was wrong. And that is jeopardizing our colonization effort at the moment. Alright, one more year. I really hoped we would already be colonizing at this point in time, but well, you can't have everything. I'd rather be safe than not colonize at all. Another prestige point. Yeah, even Sardinia, Piedmont would probably surpass us if they got one prestige tech before any other nation. And that would just be a disaster. Now, if one of the great powers would go for expressionism right away and get all the techs, that would be fine by me. Or any other nation that's above me. It's just that I'm really worried that one of the European miners will get it and surpass me in points. And I think my worries are justified. We'll find out in a few months. It's actually growing. And this is dropping. There is a crisis in Romania. And Belgium is supporting Austria as the great power. Well, Belgium against the North German Federation. That's an optimistic view of the situation. I don't think they have a very big chance. Oh, even, well, friends are joining them. Now let's go for machine guns. We'll just have to. Persia's civilized, ooh. Persia might surpass us at some point. This is a very interesting crisis. France, the UK and Belgium against the North German Federation. That's actually a close fight. Ooh, the Labour Party got into the parliament. And that's the sound of our naval bases finishing up. Getting those sweet colonial PowerPoints. Oh, come on. We need some expressionist culture. Oh yeah, liberal pop in the Eastern Cape. So, does Romania exist now? No, it doesn't. Still Moldavia. Well then, machine guns will finish the 3rd of July next year. So yet another year without colonization. Does any of the great powers have colonial negotiations yet? No, they don't. So nobody is colonizing. Nobody went for machine guns right away. Well, I guess we made the right decision then. Are there any more ways we can get any score? Yes, we can create a general for 1 more point. Because we have 5 points from leaders. Yeah, that's the maximum we can get, I think. Let's just do that for a second. I think the AI will only create leaders if you can get points for them though. Or if they're empty armies, I'm not sure, to be honest. A lot more liberal. I like it. I guess the next reform we need to pass is either the Jefferson method or proportional representation. I think we'll do the last one. That might give us some more liberal support. There is another big war going, isn't there? The Franco-Prussian War. Oh yes. Yes. Expressionist art. And we also got colonial negotiations. Because apparently a great power got it. Well, which great power? France and the UK. France already started over here. We might clash with them. Well, let's start our colonies. They'll finish January next year. The 3rd of January. The 3rd of January. Oh, we can start 3, can we? We'll start another one over here because the North Cape over here will be boxed in by our other colonies and not be a priority. Well, we have finally started colonization and we got our prestige stack. We have 0% on these ones, but we can still get some prestige from impressionists. Interesting. We got machine gun tech, even though we don't need it. Now let's go for analytic philosophy for extra research points. The Franco-Prussian War already at an end? Who won? I think the German Empire won, right? Right? Yeah, the German Empire won. They have Alsace-Lotharingen. Well, too bad for France. At least we have enough money for a colonial upkeep. Let's just get another commerce raider. Any colonial points are helpful. Even though there only were 4 points, I think, or 6, something like that. Alright. Only 1 month till our first colonies finish. Oh no, 3 months. I miscounted. November. It's done. December. Come on. Let me click the button. I just want to click the button. More supply, but infantry defense +4. Oh wow. 7-9. That's a lot. I think we cannot press the button. Tomorrow? Yes. Create a protectorate. Oh, it looks good. Let's paint the map. Oh, we can't over here yet. Oh, in a few days. Let's start in this province. And I guess over here. Just go north, I guess. Grab as much land as we can. But we can't. But we don't have enough colonial power? We can only have 2 colonies now at the moment. Right, we don't have enough free points. Because maintaining a colony takes a little bit of points. Oh, but we can create a protectorate. Is it worth it? I'm not sure actually. Will it free up points? Or not? I know we need the step in order to make this a state, but there'll never be enough acceptable population here to start a state. You know what? I'll cut off the episode here. I'll look it up, how exactly colonization works in this version. We don't get any prestige for colonizing new land, which we used to. That's too bad. But all the new pop might give us a new soldier population and will give us a lot of score, so that's alright. And with the new money coming in, we might actually be able to open some factories. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next episode.